Great to have you. I mean, hearing those lawmakers there, I thought one of them raised a good point. If you don't know what it is, how can you tell us what it's not? I mean, what is your take on what we've been seeing pop up over New Jersey?
First, I agree with the sentiment that if people cannot identify what they are, you're in no position to say whether they are or are not a threat. So I don't get what it means when they say, oh, don't worry about it. We don't know what it is, but don't worry about it. But I can tell you this, yeah, if I can't claim to know the motives of aliens, but just being an earthling, but of all the places to show up on Earth, they pick New Jersey? That'd be odd for me to wonder what the aliens are looking for. No offense to New Jersey. I'm just saying, there's the whole Earth they could have visited. So yeah, it's a mystery. And by the way, drones are more available to people than ever before. So maybe this is just the new normal. And Jersey's getting the first taste of it. But I'm a little disappointed that given that we have a nearly $1 trillion budget for the Pentagon, that nobody knows what these things are. Now I'm worried about national security.
One, I gotta say for the people from New Jersey who are watching that, you know, I'm gonna get some complaints from Phil Murphy and others about that comment, saying New Jersey is a great place for Martians to visit.
Great place for, except for the taxes. Yeah, okay, apparently. Yeah.
I would send him to Alabama, but our football team's not doing so well this year. But honestly, on this, and your point there about the Pentagon is a good one, because we heard from John Kirby today. He used to be at the Pentagon, and he said it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully. But there is such a heightened sense of public concern that what we are hearing, and this has been going on for days now, it's not making anyone feel any better about it.
Yeah, well, maybe there's a sensitivity or an awareness factor for lights in the sky, especially after a year and a half of congressional testimony of people declaring that we're being visited. So if this gets people to look up, you know, I'll take it, right? As an astrophysicist, my sign off to my podcast is keep looking up. And if looking up means you're more aware of what's in the sky, and if that can be helpful to lawmakers, to the Pentagon, then let's keep doing it. In fact, there was a committee set up by NASA to help the Pentagon and lawmakers be a clearinghouse for people's observations of things they don't understand by using their smartphone, which has all manner of metadata related to how you use it. And so this would be an ideal case for everyone to whip out their smartphones, get data, and see what we can make of it, friend or foe.
That's interesting because you say, you know, keep looking up. It's good when people are involved and interested. And we have seen such a new kind of rise in engagement with science and people wanting to look things up, whether it's vaccines or what's happening in the skies. But my producer, Michael, made a good point that a lot of that, when we're seeing that, it's not just always renewed engagement. It's also being paired with a growing distrust of people like you who do what you do for a living, who back things up with data and facts and science. People don't always trust it if it doesn't confirm, you know, their suspicions of something.
Yeah, this is a problem going forward. It's the loss of people's trust in experts. I mean, let's put it just out there in that way. And that's odd because if something happens to the plumbing in your house, are you going to say, oh, I'll fix it? Or do you call an expert, right? Just ask yourself all the ways that you've engaged experts in your life. And then all of a sudden, you have access to the internet and you say, well, I'm not going to trust experts. I'm going to trust my own research. That could have ultimately lethal consequences if you're making decisions that affect your health and well-being.
Yeah, that's a great point, and I always trust the plumbers on that. I'm never trying to do anything myself. Niel Degrasse Tyson, it has been a joy to have you on. Congrats on the new book out. Merlin's Tour of the Universe. It is out now, and I encourage everyone to read it. Thank you.